All right, we got an update for the update. Situationship is over, and I'll tell you why. I'm 34 years old. Situationship will no longer be in my vocabulary after this video. Not happening. I know my worth, I know my integrity, I know what I bring to a relationship, and I'm just not made for situationships. Nope. I want to take care of you, I want to do all the things, I want to go on vacations. Let's go to fucking Disneyland. Situationships not happening in my vocabulary anymore. I will never ever pull back in order to get a man to rise up ever again. We all need to have this mentality. Men for women also. If they're not showing you that they want to be with you, we do not need to coddle these people anymore. Let them figure it out themselves. We don't need to heal anybody. We'll be there to support them when they need us, but we don't need to heal anyone or convince them that we are worthy of love.
So basically, we have a 34-year-old Chad chaser who is claiming she is done with situationships and now just wants to find a beta male orbiter simp to take her to Disneyland. So much to unpack here, guys. It's insane in her very, very short rant. But a couple things that I want to comment on here. The fact that she's 34 years old. What does that tell you? 34, and she's just waking up to this epiphany now that she's been dating Chads her entire life and it's led nowhere? She's just coming to this epiphany now after the party's over, game's over, fans have left the stands, stadium's empty. Now you finally realize your mistakes? It's too late, right? It's too late because the party's over. And for her, don't believe her for a second, by the way. She's 34 years old saying that she is done with Chads, and she's even doing this video probably to hold herself accountable. I'm done with the Chads. I'm 34. Never again. Never again am I going to let another Chad in my life. I'm not doing another situationship ever again. Fast forward 10 more years, guys. Catch her when she's 44, and I guarantee she'll have another few dozen situationships under her belt. And she will just continue this self-destructive pattern of dating. Because women like her, there's a reason why, I hate to say it, she looks like a nice girl, right? She looks like a nice person. She's a DG. She's a DG. She rode the carousel by her own voluntary choice to ride the carousel, like most women in her position. Nobody is, holding them at gunpoint, holding them hostage, and being like, girl, don't settle and get married. Ride that carousel. No, nobody's doing that. They're voluntarily choosing to do that. So it's always funny to me when they try to get off in their 30s after the party is over. They know they can't get the attention that they used to get, a decade earlier. Now I've got this epiphany. I'm not going to allow this in my life anymore. I'm not going to allow it. And it's like, too late, right? Too late. Because now there's a 24-year-old version of you out there. Many of them that Chad can jump to. He doesn't need to be with the 34-year-old version of you. That ship has sailed. So to hear her rant about this and just come to this epiphany now sadly, it's common. She's not the only one. You have a lot of women just waking up when it's just too late. And her problem, like every other woman's problem, every other woman who has the same problem as her, because I don't know if you noticed, but or I don't know if you could have read that, but there's like a little inscription in the beginning of her TikTok. She was responding to somebody's comment. It was another woman who said, are we dating the same guy? He must be the same guy, because she's describing the same type of guy. So it's another woman, I should say, who's also in her mid-30s or older, who is complaining about the fact that she's stuck in these situationships with these Chads who will have sex with them, use them for company, free rides, free gas, free room and board, but won't ever jump into an actual relationship with them. At the end of the day, who is allowing that to happen? It's her, right? She is allowing this guy to come in and take advantage of her. So whose fault is that? It's hers, right? And yeah, she's recognizing it finally, but it's a bit too late. This is something she should have recognized at minimum, 10 years ago when she was 24. Okay, because Even at 24, she only had what, like a year or so left before her looks started to decline, because for females, their looks start to decline after the age of 25. Even though I try to be generous, I always say 30, but 25 technically, right? From a scientific standpoint, a woman's looks begin to decline after the age of 25. So even at 24, she would have had to really get on it, right? She would have had to really get on it a decade ago. But here she is a decade later, still single, no man, no ring, no kids, no family, and clearly not happy. Clearly, right? She's not happy. I mean, like most women in their mid-30s who are doing these TikTok videos or IG videos or whatever social media platform they're using to complain about the fact that they can't find a man. None of them are happy. That's why they're on there. Do you see happily married women making TikTok videos? No, they're not, because they're too busy enjoying their lives with their husband and their kids and their children and doing family type stuff. They're not on TikTok. They're not doing this stuff, and she's not getting paid for it. I mean, it'd be different if she's like a content creator like me, and she's like, she has like tons of followers, but she doesn't. She's just ranting because she's upset. I don't blame her for being upset, but again, that was done by her own hand, because like many women like her, most of these modern women, they bought into that social narrative in their 20s. I could do it all by myself. Don't need to get married. Don't need to have kids. There's nothing wrong with riding the carousel. Nothing wrong with banging lots of men, and then you see the result. And I'm not saying she banged tons of men, but she definitely was in a lot of these situationships, so she's had some sexual partners in her past, and now she's carrying emotional baggage. What have I told you guys about the older a woman gets, the more emotional baggage she brings into her life, the more emotional baggage that accumulates in her life, right? Do you want to deal with this chick? Yeah, she just wants to go to Disneyland, but she's already got like a ton of emotional baggage. I mean, I'll go to Disneyland, but I ain't going with her, right? So I don't buy it for a second that she's done with these chads. I think she's going to continue to date these chads. And for her, again, she's not like a model or anything, but she's cute. She's cute enough. She's cute enough to have had just hundreds of nice guys that were in her friend zone, that she completely ignored, that completely would have married her, swept her off her feet, gave her the princess fantasy, but nope, didn't want that. She wanted the chads, right? She wanted chads. They're so hot. Oh, can't get enough of the chads. And then, like many girls like her, they wake up. Now they're, in their 30s and they just want to go to Disneyland. All right? So, anyway, guys, we're going to roll into one more clip before we close up tonight, and it's just more of the same theme here with women who are stuck, just these poor little girls stuck in these poor situationships with these chads who won't become their boyfriend. Oh, they're such victims. Let's roll the clip.
Stop being sad you're single. Stop it. Let me tell you why. Okay, I've been single for a very long time. Like, official dating someone feels like a millennium, okay? But I am not sad about it. Yeah, I have my moments and heartbreak sucks and I miss people and this and that and blah, 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 blah. But I will never, ever say I want a boyfriend or I need a boyfriend. That will never come out of this mouth, okay? Because I have recognized that that is the least important thing in my life. Second, I don't wake up sad. I wake up excited because it has not happened to me yet, and all my friends are in long-term relationships and it's beautiful and they love each other and they've done the whole shebang, and I look at them not with sadness but with excitement, because that is something that I know will happen to me when it's supposed to happen to me, and it's like a surprise party, and like that's just how you should look at it, okay?
All right, so here we have yet another woman who looks like she's touching upon her 30s there, right? She's hitting her 30s there. And she is also hitting the same epiphany that, I've been single for so long and I haven't had a boyfriend and one day it'll happen to me. And it's like, actually it won't, right? Because if she keeps doing the same thing she's doing now, right, she's going to continue to just get the same result. Right? If you keep doing the same thing you're doing, don't expect a different result. You have to change what you're doing if you want a different result. And like the other chick that we covered in tonight's coaching video, her problem, as well as this chick's problem, is the same. And many like them who are in the same situation, where they're stuck in these situationships, chasing the chads, and they can't lock him down. Their problem, they all have the same problem, is they have to lower their standards just a bit. I mean, not even a whole lot, but just a bit. Do you really need a Chad to marry? Do you really think Chad's going to make a good husband for the next 60 years? No, Chad wants to be Chad, right? You're going to have to lower your standards a little bit and just pick a guy who maybe is not as hot as Chad, but he's still pretty decent looking, right? If not above average looking, right? But you know what you get in return? You get a guy who's nicer, who's going to be there for you, who's probably going to want to marry you, who's probably going to want to put a ring on your finger, have kids with you, raise a family with you, won't take off on you, won't be at pool parties without you, right? You'll get that guy. But no, these chicks, their standards like way over here. And you know, even for their looks, like this chick, I mean, she's not a bad looking girl, right? So let's get that out of the way. She's not a bad looking girl, so you know automatically she's got a lot of beta males, a lot of nice guys in her friend zone that she could easily be in a relationship with. You know, don't feel sorry for her for one bit, or any woman like her, because like I said, a lot of these chicks in these situationships are pretty good looking, or if not decent looking. That's the reason why they can get the Chads in the first place. Right? They're pretty decent looking girls. I mean, Chad's not going to go for an ugly chick. He's going to go for a pretty hot chick or a decent looking girl, right? So this chick's pretty decent looking, tons of nice guys in her friend zone that she could easily be in a relationship with. She could call her boyfriend, her husband, if she wanted to. But no, she voluntarily is choosing to stay on the racetrack and chase that carrot around the racetrack, trying to get that Chad, trying to get that super hot guy who is like a little mentally abusive, maybe even a little physically abusive, to settle down with her and raise a family with him, right? That's what she's trying to do, is tame a Chad. And all these chicks are cursed, right? All these chicks that are now the DG, the reason why they're the DG is because they've been cursed pretty much their entire lives and, you know, brainwashed to believe that they can get that guy. They can tame that Chad. So they're cursed to chase that Chad for the rest of their dating days until they're old and gray and they're living alone in a shitbox studio apartment with about 50 cats, right? And cat litter everywhere, cat poop everywhere. That's your future, girls, if you don't get more realistic. Chad is Chad. He doesn't want to have a family. That's the reason why he's Chad. He doesn't want to raise kids with you. You're never going to be able to tame him. And even if you do, you're never going to respect him once you do. And this is why I call these women damaged, right? I call them damaged because their psychological thought process is damaged. You could see it's already damaged them. It's damaged their dating life. It's damaged their opportunity to get a high-value guy back in their 20s when they should have. So now they're still out here single, well into their 30s. And you know what? These chicks, I will tell you right now, if I could put money on it, I'd empty my bank account right now that these chicks are still going to be single 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Because these type of girls never wake up. They never wake up. They're always going to chase that magic carrot around the track, trying to tame that Chad, trying to tame that bad boy that they just can't get. When you've got all these nice guys who would have given you a happy life. All these guys that, you know, and a lot of those guys aren't even bad looking that are in their friend zone. It's not like they're like the elephant man or they're like missing eyeballs or anything like that. No, these are pretty decent looking guys, right? Maybe they don't have a six-pack ab. Maybe they're not 6 feet tall. Maybe they're not 6 in the pants, right? But hey, dude's what? 5'10", 5'11". That's a little above average, right? Or average height. 5'11", right? These guys are not male model looking, but they're attractive, right? They're average or above average. They're not like butt ugly, okay? And they, you know what? They could provide you with a good life. They're hard workers. They got a decent job, okay? They come home every night. They want to have kids. They want to be there for you. They want to share experiences with you. They want to do family vacations, family reunions, you know, spend Christmas at each other's family houses, right? They want to do that stuff with you. And you have an opportunity to have that, what you want. But nope. I want the Chad. I want to tame the Chad. That's what I'm here on this planet to do, is tame the Chad. Tame the bad boy. Tame the alpha male. Forget all those nice guys. They're invisible to me. They're invisible. I want that Chad. Ooh, I knew I could get him. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Next thing you know, the chick's like 55 years old, still single, living in some shitbox studio apartment with cats. Okay? I'm a professional dating coach, and I'm a professional pickup artist, and I've been doing this for a long time, right? Over 3 decades. About like 3 decades now. So I've seen this play out. I've seen this play out with women back when I was in my early 20s, right? Women when I was in my early 20s who were like, nope, ain't gonna settle. I'm never gonna settle. I'm never gonna settle. I'm never gonna lower my standards. Even back then, before all this feminism took over, they were already saying that. Like, I'm never gonna settle. Not settling, no. Screw those nice guys. I want the bad boys. And you know what? Those chicks, as hot as they were back then, and even to today, they're still, some of them are still fairly attractive, right? They still, you could tell they were attractive at one point. Not bad looking girls. These chicks stayed single. These chicks remained on the carousel, racked up like hundreds of thousands of miles between their vaginal, on their vaginal odometer, and now are just completely damaged, completely single, and shockingly, I'm not even kidding you, shockingly, even in their late 40s, early 50s, shockingly, they're still looking for a Chad. Sad. So sad, man. So sad. When they could have had a great life if they just chosen one of the thousands of beta orbiters in their friend zone. I mean, they have thousands that they could have chose from. They didn't want a single one of them. They wanted the dickhead, the alpha, the bad boy. And sadly, 30 years later, they're still chasing that. So sad. So sad to see. And this is why I tell younger girls who follow me, don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Just look at these older women complaining about their dating life now. Don't let that be you, right? You got to lower your standards a bit. Lower it just a bit, girls. Not a whole lot, just a little bit, right? Does he have to have six-pack abs? Does he have to, be 6'4", 225? Does he have to have that? Right? Can he just be in pretty decent shape? Not be a fat fuck? Just decent shape? No. Right? Lower your standards just a bit and you'll get what you want. I guarantee it. You will get what you want if you lower your standards just a bit. Most guys, even average-looking guys, even hot guys, they don't have thousands of hot female orbiters in their friend zone to choose from. Most hot guys, we have to go out there and pound the pavement, right? I'm average looking, I'm decent, right? But I have to pound the pavement, right? Because I'm competing against Chads. I have to pound the pavement, right? But, you have to be realistic with yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be out there like these chicks, well into your middle ages, still chasing that invisible carrot around the track. With that said, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of their little rants in tonight's coaching video, as well as my own. Share your experiences, any you've had. And always love to see you guys in my comments. I always love to read them. Very entertaining, so drop them below. So until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Also, guys, make sure you hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton. It tells YouTube that you are loving my videos, you're digging it. You want me to come out here to Vegas even more and shoot more coaching videos for you that can help you, educate you, and take you to the next level in life. Take you into a whole new dimension that the mainstream parents, teachers, society never, ever taught you about, never even told you about, because they themselves weren't aware of it, right? So please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students are out there cold approaching and closing every single week. I kid you not, every single week, no matter what chaos is going on in the world, no matter what nonsense is going on out there, we are still making things happen. That is the absolute best way to support my work, by jumping into 7 months of mastery. And right now, the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. It's only $1. And all you need to do to get signed up is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.
Today's topic, I had the opportunity to collaborate with Sneeko when I was in New York a couple months back. Yeah. And so me and him had a long discussion. There's a part of the video that I wanted to show you preach. So we go.
And something unique happened to me a couple days ago that I'm still processing. And it's like, it had me thinking, like, who do I call? You know, I can't call the police. I can't, you know, I don't. So I'm in my apartment. I've just did all these protests, and then I come back, and I'm with my girlfriend, and we're both naked in my apartment, and I see someone across in the neighboring building taking pictures with the flash on. It's 2 a.m., both high, and I see him. And like my girlfriend says, look, see, he's taking pictures. I don't believe her. Peek out the window. Yeah, I see it. For sure, he's taking pictures. And I've talked to this guy before. I trusted him, but I noticed when I was talking to him and I mentioned my YouTube channel, like, he had a different reaction to other people. It was like, I could feel like he was...
Plotting.
Yeah, like he wasn't asking out of genuine interest. Like, what does he have, you know? And so when he's taking pictures of me, it made me feel like I was getting robbed, because he knows who I am. He knows these pictures could be valuable. I don't know if he has them, if they were even good quality, but he could maybe sell them. He could maybe expose me. And so I felt like I was getting robbed. And I made a mistake, and I threw an egg at him. His window was across, and I threw a couple eggs, and it landed in his apartment. Big mistake. I didn't process, like, I lived in Harlem. I didn't think that maybe he has a gun. None of that crossed my mind, but maybe he does. And he started yelling from the window, like, I'm gonna f you up. I'm gonna f you up. Next time I'm gonna see you, I'm gonna f you up. You never safe here. And like, I don't want to live there anymore. I don't want to live with, you know, my head on a swivel. I don't want to have to worry about my neighbors taking pictures. I don't want to feel unsafe. And he threw a bottle and broke my window at 2 a.m. Chucked, I don't know if he was drunk, but the shit was broken, and I couldn't stay in my apartment that night. And it's like, who do I call?
Go ahead, say it.
Ghostbusters.
Stupid. This man's out here bearing his heart out, and you out here cutting 90s jokes. So it does raise an interesting question.
Right? If I call the police, the neighborhood's going to think I'm a snitch. You know, he's from there, so he has more authority in that neighborhood. Bro, like, if I call the police, everybody thinks I'm a snitch. And you know what problems that can... So if I call somebody else, like, then now I'm a criminal. You know, if I call someone else to help me out, like, if someone... I don't have a gun or anything.
This is a tough thing. As a man, we have a certain sense of pride, and I think some of it's very much justified. But I think as you get older, you recognize what's at risk. I can't afford a criminal record. I can't afford to be in jail for a long period of time. I have people I have to provide for. I have responsibilities I have to meet. And while my pride is important, I question all the time whether it's more important than my mom being able to get taken care of. And so I was a violent person when I was a teenager, but I recognize the consequences of that potentially long-term if I kept going that way, which is why I haven't fought for so many years. But I've been in situations where I've been close, and I've walked away, and I've heard people say, like, man, that's a cowardly move. Well, I'm like, you view it that way. But I think the measurement of the man is how he's able to take care of the people around him. And what kind of man can be there to take care of his family when they're most in need? That's how I view it. What's the upside of you beating that person up? You maintain your pride? Great. But then when your people are struggling because you can't be there to provide, are you also being a man? I have responsibilities. And it's tough to say this to people, but I say this all the time. Your pride is not nearly as important as you think it is. Like, the amount of people that die over ego is absurd. Oh, nigga, you stepped on my shoes. Bro, if you bumped into me, apologize. And he doesn't apologize. Now you're fighting. Somebody gets stabbed. I've seen that. I've seen that.
Too many times.
I've seen that.
Too many times.
Because people couldn't swallow their pride. Guys, life is meant to be lived. Don't be out there throwing your life away over petty bullshit. And now, this is not necessarily petty. Somebody threatened his home, his abode. But what recourse does he have? So when he chooses to leave that home and he doesn't engage that other person, someone's like, yo, you're a coward. That's not the way I view it. He's making the difficult choice. He's not giving into his ego and fighting that person. Because what if he goes fighting? What's going to happen? The person may have a gun, a knife. He might be stronger, beat him up. Who knows? Sneeko might win. Go to jail. But then he can't be there for his girl.
It's a lose-lose situation.
It's a lose-lose situation.
Because even if it wins in a fight, then the other person can sue.
Yeah, 100%.
He's in the States. So y'all state people, you sue for nothing, for anything.
So one thing that I had to learn growing up as a man is to swallow my pride. All right? Let go of stuff. Walk away. Walk away. Learn to do it. It's rarely worth it. The amount of people who have gone to jail over spur of the moment fights is absurd. It's taken away so many of our young men off these streets over bullshit. Some dude said something on Facebook, I'm gonna shoot him. That happens. Happens very often.
Too often. It's dumb.
It's crazy. So that's why I want. And you know,
nobody disrespected me.
Yeah.
He disrespected me.
Yeah.
You can't disrespect. You can't. You can't. You know.
Yo, who we?
Yo.
Yeah. Now
let's go.
Now we both going to jail.
Let's go.
We hard, nigga.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm curious, Preach. What do you think about that,
bro? I removed everything off my car about a couple of months ago because people just could recognize me. And you know, sometimes there's a lot of people that have road rage and stuff like that. They get out their car. I deal badly with that, but at the point where I'm at, I have to deal with that. Now I know for a fact that I'm gonna have to work extra hard the minute I'm gonna get kids. That's gonna be very hard. I become very protective. Like I'm not a jealous dude. My girl can handle herself on that. If she looks at me, she's like, take care of this fool. Then it's a different thing. But that has never happened, and it will she can handle herself. But if she feels threatened, that's a whole other thing. You know, the whole thing where, you know, women get pregnant and they got that big belly and random strangers come up to them and touch their belly.
You're not down for that? Come on, B.
Don't.
I just want to feel the baby.
Brian Stiller, or whatever his name is, don't. You know that guy?
No.
It's a singer, whatever. It doesn't, y'all know. No, I don't feel that. Or I'm walking down the street and and you take pictures of my kids.
I'm not mad at it. But what do you do in those circumstances?
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? There's the impulse, I understand. I think we all get it. If somebody threatens you to fight back, makes a lot of sense in those situations. Somebody's taking a picture of your kids, the instinct to fight back.
Man.
But is it the smart choice? Is it the right choice?
No, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
And I understand when he says, you know, who do I call? I know when I get it. I joked about it, but I get it. Because you call the police, they can't do nothing because it was not really a threat. And you got this lurker doing whatever the hell he wants. There's nothing for people like that. It's like, well, you know, you're known. People are going to take pictures of you. It's no big deal. It's a picture. Calm down. Like, they're going to it's like the police. They're good with that. It has to go to an extreme for something to happen for them to do something. Again, I was in a bar with two of my girlfriends. I was at a bar, and one of my girls, she goes to the bathroom. Before. I'm like, okay, go to the bathroom. I'm gonna order you your drink. I order a drink. There was another dude. This next dude is there, and he starts talking to us, which is fine. But at some point, he becomes intoxicated like that. I think the pill kick in or whatnot. We get a drink. Me and my other friend, we looked inside the drink and was like, yo, is that a bug in the drink? And while we're looking, because we thought it was a bug in the drink, this dude throws something in there. in our faces. Like, right there. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? Like, well, just to have a little bit of fun. So me, I flip. I was about to erase that dude. I tell the manager, get rid of this dude. He gets rid of it. I go to the police, and they're like, well, technically nothing happened. She would have had to ingest the drugs, or I would have to. You know what I mean?
And I don't think you're even then justified beating him up.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You are not. Because then what you have to do is call the cops. But then the cops are going to tell you, well, we don't know what was in there. And then in the court, it's not going to hold and stuff like that. So what do you do?
Yeah. Nah, but Sneeko, like, him being a young man and him thinking about this logically is impressive to me. Because I'll be honest with you, at 21, 22, I did not have nearly the restraint he did.
I would have been over. Yeah. Knock, knock, who's there? Boom, bam. Blam, blam, sham, sham.
Yeah. Ballin'! So it's just one of those things. Young man, I'm telling you, you're gonna be in those situations where someone will disrespect you. Walking away, here's what I tell you. There's no like immediate benefit you feel from walking away. In fact, you're probably gonna feel, damn, I should fuck. You're gonna think that. Your ego's gonna be buzzing at you. But the upside exists in all the downsides you don't have to live through. The upside exists in you not having to go to jail. The upside exists you not having to be killed. The upside exists between you not getting beat up by the person. The upside exists from you just not having to deal with the negative, like the risk to reward factor. Look at it. What are the risks if I engage in this fight? Are they mostly negative? What's the reward? I maintain my pride. Excuse me, do you feel like the risk and the reward are equal? Of course not. So at some point, you got to understand when to walk away. Now, that doesn't mean that you don't have points where you have to fight for your values, but also be smart. Yeah.
You have to value values.
That's right. That's right. Honestly, doing that is low-key noble.
Is that what we're doing now?
It's high-key noble.
We're going to bring everything back.
Let's go. Bring it back.
Who you going to call?
Sexy. All right? So I just wanted to kind of drop this video for you guys. If you guys aren't aware, go check out Sneeko. He's a young YouTuber who's doing great things.
Good.
And he creates great content, especially geared towards young folks. So go check him out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Do you have any thoughts on Pride? Or?
Nah, man. Yeah. That's pretty much, you nailed it.
So, yeah, leave a comment below. We want to hear your thoughts.